He was so conscientious and responsible. He's the kind of guy who is friendly with everybody. He's witty, intelligent.
Harry was full of life. He loved to laugh. He was very protective of his friends. He was very patriotic. He loved his country. He loved Canada. And he included everybody. He didn't like it if people were left out.
When Danny died, we were so confused. I didn't know what had happened to our wonderful boy. Thankfully, the case got escalated to the RCMP Child Exploitation Unit. They took his cell phone and laptop and discovered that he was targeted by somebody who was posing as a young woman on Snapchat. They enticed him to share intimate images of himself, and that's when the blackmail started. It appears that he used PayPal to empty his bank account to pay off the scammers. The threats and the blackmail didn't stop. Danny panicked and died by suicide within hours.
Harry was contacted on Snapchat by what he thought was a girl. It appeared to be a legitimate account. It said that this girl lived in Nova Scotia, and they talked for probably 6 or 7 hours, and then he came to his father and told him that he had messed up. This individual had requested intimate pictures of Harry and shared pictures with him. And then once Harry had sent his pictures to this person, they requested money. And they said they would, if he didn't give them the money, they would send his pictures to the individuals that were training in the reserves for him and his commander. And the next morning, we found him in the garage. He had shot himself. We also found out that this individual had shared those pictures of Harry's with some of the individuals that he was training for the reserves with, because he had contacted them and they had said yes, but we deleted them. And he couldn't deal with that. He felt like he must have felt like he was a failure.
My husband and I had all the conversations that you're supposed to have. We tailored our conversations to their age group and their online activities. We put restrictions on screen time. We monitored their social media use, random checks of their phones, all the things. Every time we read about a risk online, we would sit down and talk to the kids. Our dinner table conversations were candid, and we felt like we could talk to our kids about anything.
My husband and I had always talked about not sharing intimate pictures. Don't ask people to share them. Don't share them. But I don't think the kids get it. I don't think they understand the potential consequences. And when you think of yourself as a teenager, like you don't see the dangers in the world. And like the computer, the internet now is just you're inviting every stranger into your home. the people that say, well, it infringes on my privacy, lose a child, lose a brother or a sister, and then come back and look me in the face and say that. And you know what? If you're worried about your privacy that much, then maybe you need to have a real good look at yourself and say, what am I doing on the internet that I have to be so concerned about?
I don't think this issue is about censorship, it's about accountability. It's making tech platforms accountable for hosting criminal activity on their platforms. Consumer safety needs to be more important than corporate profit. And it's unbelievable to me that we even need to be having this conversation right now. It's unbelievable that children's safety is not a priority. By the time you're involving the RCMP or the police in the situation, it's already too late. The children has been victimized. We need to stop this activity right at the source.
How come it's so simple to use the computer or your phone to take advantage of somebody else? Like, I don't know why there can't be more, I guess, like regulations around that. I mean, you can't drive a car until you've proven that you're safe to drive a vehicle. But any donkey in the world can get on that phone or their computer and make themselves out to be a 15-year-old girl or a 16-year-old boy. And these are adults that are taking advantage of individuals, and they're children, they're teenagers. Their brain hasn't even completely developed yet. Like the frontal lobe, where we develop our reasoning and judgment. As a teenager, that is not developed yet. So they can't process that the way you or I could. That these social media, these people have some of the largest bank accounts in the world. There is absolutely no reason that there cannot be a way for them to protect our children. And maybe if one of the individuals that runs these companies was affected like we have been and other families have been, maybe they would look at it differently.
Yeah, if I could change things so that it wouldn't happen to another child, I would do anything.